So, should you be using your sunscreen whilst you're on holiday, only in the summer or on a sunny day? Well, the answer is no. You should be using your sunscreen throughout the year. So why should you be using your sunscreen throughout the year? Now, it all boils down to this. These are the rays of the sun, and we're going to be focusing on these two, which are the UVA and the UVB. Now, UVB tends to penetrate superficially into the skin, and they're involved in the browning of the skin, which is the tanning of the skin. So if you think about UVB, B stands for burning. These are the shorter wavelengths of the actual rays. Now have a look at the UVA. Now the UVA tends to penetrate deeper into the skin, right into the dermis, where they then penetrate to break down collagen and elastin. Now these are longer wavelength of rays. Now if you think about those, if they're going to be breaking down the collagen and elastin, they're going to be involved and contribute to premature aging and textural changes. Now A stands for aging. If you think about those, A stands for aging. And what's more important about these rays is that they tend to be present throughout the year. So come rain or shine, winter or summer, they tend to be there. And what's more interesting is that they tend to penetrate through glass. So you could be sitting watching the world go by whilst having a cup of coffee, and you are aging at the same time. So UVA rays are really important, as they tend to go and be present throughout the year. Now, a question I get asked often is, what's the best sunscreen? Well, my answer is this: the best sunscreen is the one that you love to use, the one that you are happy to reapply, that you're adhering to, and you do not mind using, and is absolutely fine for your face, and it doesn't cause any reactions, etc., etc. But the one thing I would say to you is make sure that you have a sunscreen that you're not sensitive to. So whether it's chemical or physical, really there's been bad press when it comes to chemical sunscreens. You've got to really take everything with a pinch of salt. They are useful. So whether it's physical or chemical, it doesn't really matter. A lot of them tend to have a combination of both. But if you are sensitive, then I would opt for the physical sunscreen. Now, another thing is that sunscreens are not classed as skincare. They're classed as OTC, which means that they're designed to serve a purpose. And the purpose is protection against the harmful rays of the sun to minimize the risk of skin cancer. So whichever one you want to use, do use it. I'm not bothered whether it happens to be expensive or not expensive. It really doesn't matter, as long as you love to use that particular sunscreen. Now, another question I get asked is, what happens if I want to apply sunscreen after I've put my makeup? Well, there are many formulations out there, some of which are there listed above. They tend to be in a powdered form, and you just basically brush it on, and then it's there to provide protection against the harmful rays of the sun. Now, if I'm honest, I don't really like those. I find them quite drying. I think they're quite messy as well, and I'm not really sure, and I'm not really convinced that they will give me my full protection, because how much of it would I need to use? However, if you love it and you like it and you're used to it, please go ahead and use it. As long as you are actually using something to protect your skin, using an effective sunscreen, an effective shield to protect your skin throughout the day, and regularly at that. However, what I do love is this one. This is the Skin Better Science Tone Smart Compact. Now, I absolutely adore this one, and I have a number of those. I love it because it gives you this luxurious feel to the actual product, as well as on your skin. It starts with a creamy formulation, and then it just sort of transfers itself into a powder form. It feels like a cosmetic, as a makeup line, rather than a protection. It doesn't feel heavy. It's non-comedogenic. It gives me factor 50 total protection, broad spectrum, physical filter, and it also has filters against the visible light, which is the blue light. I absolutely adore this one. I absolutely love using it. I tend to use it on top of my makeup and regularly apply. It doesn't spill. It's not a powder that can go everywhere, and it's not a liquid that can spoil my internal bag. It's so handbag friendly, and I absolutely adore it. So really look out for this one. It's the best investment that you can make, and it lasts for a long time. Now, on a serious note, beyond beauty, beyond texture, beyond pigmentation, is the risk of skin cancer. Now, skin cancer is something that we really must try to work hard to avoid. Now, please look out for your moles. Make sure that they are checked regularly. Any changes of it, we tend to go by the ABCDE checklist, which looks at the asymmetry of the mole, the borders of it, the color of it, the diameter of it, as well as evolving here. So book an appointment to see your dermatologist. Most of them tend to have either a mole scanner, or they tend to have the actual dermatologists themselves will manually check the moles by the use of dermatoscope. I certainly in my clinic work with a dermatologist that I tend to refer my patients to, and they are absolutely amazing. I have used them before and I trust them with my face, and if I trust somebody with a product or a service on my face, I will trust to make sure that they will look after yours. So please guys, be sun aware, be sun safe, enjoy the sun. It's there for a reason to make us happy, but we've got to really respect it as well at the same time, and make sure you always use your broad spectrum sun protection. If you want to know more about this content or anything else, please let me know. Hit the like and follow, and let me know what type of sunscreens you guys love to use, and what type of post makeup sunscreens that you also love to use. Keep glowing and stay amazing.